Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoyed these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing a model that debuted back in 2016. It is the lovely rose gold Perpetual Calendar Patek Philippe 5327R-001. 18 karat, and it is rose, somewhere between red and pink. It has a lovely slender profile on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. The watch, though automatic and a perpetual calendar, measuring only 9.8 millimeters thick with a nicely sloped bezel, allowing it to slide easily under any cuff. You can see from lug to lug, it's nicely constrained. Patek Philippe 46.8 lug to lug, always remembering that you can build bigger watches, you cannot build bigger clients. So though 39 millimeters in diameter is large by the standards of historic Patek Philippe complications, the timepiece is nicely sized lug to lug and nicely shaped to arc around a smaller wrist. I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. The spacing between the lugs is 19 millimeters, so that's the size of the strap if you want to accessorize. And let me take the watch off the wrist now and we'll get a little bit closer and investigate the details. You can see that the strap is a large rectangular scale alligator leather. It's dark brown, it's a semi-gloss with a folded edge and a monotone stitch. The calfskin on the underside, of course, and as you'll note, a new Patek Philippe strap. You'll get to gouge and size this one with a matching Patek Philippe rose gold pin buckle, and you can, deploying clasp. There is a buckle inside the buckle. Of course, you size it, and the buckle is the filigree style wire-like Calatrava cross. The full deploying clasp, ensuring that you will not accidentally drop the watch while donning or removing it bedside. And there are pull tab spring bars underneath the lug, so you can quickly and easily remove the strap without resort to tools. Now, the timepiece. Surprisingly nuanced. The case band, as you'll note, features dramatic scalloping and mirror polishing of the interior of the lugs in profile. And it does incredibly interesting things with light. As you move the watch through the light, it dances like a flame surface. You'll also note that there is a concave profile to the bezel, so that turns inward a little bit to visually pair the mass of the watch even further, and it's not as though this watch comes across as immense or monolithic in any fashion. Now, the dial of the watch is a lovely cream or eggshell colored lacquer. Ivory is the word Patek Philippe uses, and you can see a very special adornment outboard. Rose gold Breguet style numerals, traditionally something Patek Philippe uses sparingly and only on special models, so they have an applique grace. They rise with a form and a volume above that ivory lacquer dial. Nicely balanced. You can see mono counters at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock for the months and leap year cycle. Over at 3 and then over at 9 you can see the day of the week as well as the 24-hour cycle, so you know when it's night, you know when not to use any of these pusher adjusters to try to change the calendar. And then you have a coaxial crescent style moonphase with its lovely cobalt blue night sky, golden stars and moon, and then there is a pointer style date indicator. Patek Philippe Genève, of course, the city of origin. Now, the timepiece on its reverse side is perhaps even more spectacular. This is the Patek Philippe manufacture caliber 240Q Quantième Perpetuel. You can see it is adjusted in 6 positions, one more than a standard chronometer 5, and the Patek Philippe seal means not only does this feature all of the standard embellishments of Geneva seal finishing, so we're still up to that standard despite the new crest, but the Patek Philippe seal also attests to an accuracy standard of no worse than -3 plus 2 seconds per 24 hours. We're beating away at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and we have a 38 to 48-hour power reserve. The balance features a free-sprung architecture that allows the watch to take and hold its 6-position adjustment quite well, even in the face of violence on the wrist. And then you have a silicone Spiromax Patek Philippe hairspring that is robustly anti-magnetic. The 22-karat winding mass features Côte de Genève on its top, and then if you look on the sides, you can't quite see it here, but you can see it with a loop, there's a coining to that beveled edge that's gorgeous. Engine-turned perlage on the base plate with a mirrored anglage. You can see it, that mirrored optically smooth chamfer lighting up on the edge of every bridge, and you can see the same treatment in every jewel and screw countersink. The screw heads themselves are black polished, the highest optical standard, all manually finished with chamfered slots and circumferences, and you will appreciate the fact that with the micro rotor you have the visibility of a manual wind caseback as well as the slender profile of a manual wind watch, but with automatic winding Convenience, ceramic rotor bearings and unidirectional action for maximum efficiency as well as long-lasting intervals between maintenance. You never really need to pay any heed, even as a watchmaker, to a ceramic bearing system, so that one's built for the long haul. A 27 jewel movement, immaculately laid out, old school. This is part of a family of calibers that debuted back in 1977, and I have to say it's 42 years young. The 240 is still the standard in thin automatics today. 30 meters water resistant, so it's not an aquatic watch, but for every other occasion, what a companion. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.